Well, I guess this one isn't much of a rant. This is more of a rave, so I'm actually pretty happy about this. I had promised back when I introduced my Prius that I would try to do a bit of a review about it or post some more about it. So I'm going to start with this. I'm not actually out there with the car right now. Of course, I'm in my bedroom. You can see that I'm indoors. I think it's raining outside right now, so I don't want to go play in the water. But I do want to talk about the car a little bit. It is an absolute joy to operate and own. It is a fun car. It's just full of gadgets. It does neat stuff. Gets incredible gas mileage. They're not lying when they say that, oh yeah, you're going to get 48 miles per gallon. They're not kidding. You do. And I've even verified this with, outside computation. I don't just trust the car's computer to tell me these things. It really has averaged 48. I think I'm getting 47 per gallon. And that's just great. It's fantastic, especially with gas prices the way they are. The car does all sorts of really neat things automatically. One of the nicer touches is the keyless entry, and the fact that you don't have to put a key in it to start the car or to run it. It just senses the remote key fob in your pocket and runs, only when you tell it to. The other cool part is if you walk up to the car, as soon as you touch the driver's side door, the front door, if you've got the remote on you, it unlocks the car automatically. When you put the car in gear, it locks all the doors automatically. When you put it in park, it unlocks the doors automatically. The lights are intelligent. The engine and the car computer that shows you how efficient you're being is super helpful, and it's just a lot of fun to drive. You might not think that, but it's actually got a respectable 0 to 60 simply because an electric motor means it can pull more torque than even a car with more horsepower that's just gas engine. The CD changer is fantastic. It holds up to 6 discs at a time. It can read CDRs and CDRWs. It plays MP3s. It supposedly plays WMAs, but I don't care about that. But it's played every MP3 I've thrown at it. It lets you seek within tracks. It's quick to skip between sections and different tracks and folders. It's very fast, and it sounds really good. The Bluetooth phone integration is fantastic. It's voice powered, which is kind of cool. It's limited in what voice commands it understands, but it does understand them. Like dial by name or phone book, that kind of thing. And it's very simple to operate, very easy to use, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Of course, new car smell. Every car has that, so that's nothing special. I do want to say that I've noticed some interesting behaviors about people related to this car. My absolute favorite, is being able to sneak up on people, because this car can be completely silent. It makes no noise whatsoever on the outside when it's on electric only, and it does that a lot. And you can actually put it in electric vehicle mode, so if you're in a parking lot, you can tool around on the battery and not even use the gas engine at all until the battery runs low, and then it kicks the engine on. But the upshot of this is that you often find yourself driving around in parking lots without the engine running. And this confuses people when they see the car but can't hear it. Even though the Prius has been out for 10 years, people still don't quite get it. And the other fun part is, you know how people get annoying about walking right in the middle of a parking lane in a parking lot? Well, they'll eventually and begrudgingly get out of the way when they hear a car behind them, or when they realize it's getting too close. With the Prius, it doesn't quite work that way, because they may legitimately never hear it, which has led to several tempting encounters that sadly I decided I wanted to keep my license and my freedom, so I didn't just plow the son of a bitch over. But yeah, those idiots that walk down the middle of traffic lanes in parking lots, oh yeah, they don't do well with this car. The other behavior that I've observed that makes me laugh even more, because it means people are burning up more gas and costing themselves even more money, and I firmly believe that stupidity should be expensive and painful, and this is one of the ways it is. If I'm driving anywhere, it doesn't matter where I am, it happens more at high speeds. People will pass me because they can. They have to prove to themselves that, oh, their car is better than that little Prius. Even if I'm doing 85 on the interstate, Not that I ever break the law or speed at all, officer. Even if I'm doing whatever speed and keeping up with traffic, people will still just zip around me because they feel like they can. And then they'll get right in front of me and slow back down to about my speed. In fact, I'll sometimes have to pass them again because they're slowing down and my cruise control wants to keep going at the same speed and I don't want to lose that. The other amusing bit that's related to this is in town, when I pull up to a traffic light, I find myself very often in the shortest lane, even if it's 2 or 3 lanes of traffic, because people don't like being behind a Prius. Everyone seems to assume that they're sluggish little cars that can't move very fast. And it's very entertaining to catch people off guard. See, they pay attention, but they don't pay too much attention. They figure I'm not going to go very fast, so when the light turns green, they're in no rush to start. Except that I leave them behind because I keep up with traffic. And it's fantastic. I've left dozens of people like that behind me, just completely caught off guard, not paying attention at all, assuming that I'm just going to take my time getting up to speed. But they look up from whatever they're distracting themselves with and, oh, he's gone. Well, yeah, that's how that works. So anyway, I will shoot some more video of the car itself and how it operates and what it, how it functions. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about my first month's worth of owning the thing. It's been a lot of fun. I've put my first tank of gas in it, 1 tank, since I bought it. Now the dealer did give me another tank of gas for free because they were paranoid I was going to give them bad marks on the Toyota-based survey that the company sends out. That's not related to the dealership. The company, Toyota, wants to know how the dealership did. And I told them the dealership sucked. Everything they did was slow and stupid and obnoxious. It took far too long. It took almost 4 hours to buy this car, and I was already financed before I walked in the door. And knew what I wanted. They had the item, they had the car I wanted, and everything. It just took too long. But yeah, I've only had to refuel it twice, including that dealer free tank of gas, and I've still got over 3/4 of a tank. And I've put almost 1,000 miles on the car, which really does mean it's getting effectively 450 to 500 miles per tank, so it's not lying when it gives you those estimates either. It's a fantastic little car, and I am so happy I bought it. I gladly made my first payment back in on the 10th of May, and I have no complaints at all about this car. I have not found a single thing about it that I don't like. Well, with one exception. It's pretty hard to get to the passenger side running light in the engine compartment because the space is packed in so tight there. You have to actually unbolt the coolant container and the air intake and move that whole thing out of the way just to get your hand in that little nook to unscrew or to twist off the light and replace it with something else. But it's done, and I got it, so it's not a big deal. Anyway, yeah, that's my brief review and introduction to life with a Prius, and probably on my trip to Nevada this coming June, I'll be able to post some more car in action videos, apart from the Car Turns Evil 666 thing that I did this last weekend, which was funny and stupid. And yes, I'm a complete idiot for doing it, and I enjoyed it, so tough. That's about it. I will post some more. Hopefully this weekend I'll have some other topics that come to mind, and I'll try to do some more posts of videos and blogs. But if not, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.